Question. I recognize order. I recognize the member for Guelph.
Thank you, Speaker. My question is for the Premier.
For Waterloo.
Times are tough. Over 700,000 Ontarians unemployed, and now electricity prices up a whopping 29%. We can create good-paying jobs and reduce electricity prices in Ontario if this government would end its ideological opposition to the global green energy sector. I spent last week visiting companies that are creating good-paying jobs right now in Ontario, unlocking prosperity in the $8 trillion clean economy. But to grow generational jobs, they need a government that has their back. So, Speaker, will the Premier say no to increasing electricity prices with U.S.-fueled dirty gas plants and American high-priced SMRs, and say yes to good-paying generational jobs with Made in Ontario?
The Minister of Energy and Mines.
Madam Speaker, we are saying yes to the largest nuclear build-out in Canadian history. We are investing in the Bruce C project that will add over $100 billion to the national GDP. We are supporting the Pickering nuclear refurbishment, which the former Liberals and the Greens for sure would have closed. We are committed to building the largest net new nuclear generator on Earth. If the member opposite wants to advance clean and affordable and reliable power, then they will commit today. All opposition members will affirm today their strong support for our nuclear build-out that adds value to Canada. Technology that is Indigenous to the nation, a supply chain that is built with 90% Canadian business. The obvious thing is to say yes to the nuclear energy built right here at home in Ontario.
Back to the member for Guelph.
Speaker, it's understandable why electricity prices are going up a whopping 29%, listening to the minister's answer. Nuclear costs 2.5 to 3 times, new nuclear, 2.5 to 3 times more expensive than low-cost wind, solar, and storage. This government is doubling down and locking us in on U.S. technology with their SMRs, locking us in to being dependent on U.S. enriched uranium, increasing climate pollution by 400%, locking us in on U.S. fueled gas plants, instead of made in Ontario low-cost renewable energy, the cheapest energy in the world now. That's why $2.2 trillion, double what's going into fossil fuels, is being invested in it right now. Will the government say yes to lower electricity prices and yes to good-paying generational jobs?
Back to the Minister of Energy.
Madam Speaker, the problem with the Liberal Party and those of the Greens is that you said yes to paying 10 times above market for renewable energy. You pay 80 cents to a kilowatt hour. Madam Speaker, to suggest the triumph of ideology over affordability, they enabled a party that increased hydro rates $1,000 a year. Literally, it is the greatest liability cost to the people of Ontario for families and seniors. And frankly, you should be ashamed of defending that record. This Premier came in with a plan to stabilize the rates. Energy has been at or below inflation. There is no commodity cost on earth that has maintained that discipline. We launched the largest energy efficiency program in the history of Canada, a 2-to-1 saving for the people of Ontario. But what this does expose is that the Greens, who adjusted their platform this year, the NDP, who adjusted their platform to be in favour of nuclear, it demonstrates yet again you would shut down every nuclear asset, you'd kill 80,000 jobs, you'd increase energy rates, you would destroy the industrial policy of this province, and we won't let that happen.